And what a privilege to share it all with US captain Jeremy Jones. I don't know if you're given to nightmares, JJ, but maybe around Mosconi Cup time, these two have featured in a few of them.
Jayson Short wins the lag.
Thomas Kaplan wins the lag.
Thank you. European Open last 16 match, race to 10 racks. First rack, Jayson Short abroad.
That's all only a few months away now. Europe bidding for 3 in a row in the Mosconi Cup. So inevitably, in the world of pool, it's dominating conversations, along with these new break rules, which we'll discuss further as the contest proceeds. Jayson Short then to get us underway.
Wow, golden break to start.
What a way to open this weekend in Fulda. Jayson Short with a golden break in the very first rack. Sometimes all you can do is smile when your opponent produces something like that. Jayson Short just shaking his head in disbelief. And that is one of the things about this game. Any pot is legal and keeps you at the table, so long as the first ball you strike is the lowest value ball on the table. And if the 9 ball goes down, in the process, you've won the rack already. Shaw 1-0 in front.
Yeah, with our new rules, you just see the fight in the matches much more. Before, if you weren't running 6 or 7 racks, you know, you were pretty much in trouble. And one thing that I take from the opening here that they talked about filler is you think, how can the guy improve? And he can. And that's what he still believes in. That's why he trains so hard. It's a long-term investment for a guy that's on top of the world, but you can see it's going to pay off. Yeah, and I think possibly...
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Joshua Filler's first break, and he's made it golden. What an incredible start in no time at all. Filler leads by 2-1.
I understand.
Yeah, and they may address this a little bit. It's one thing for the 9 to move, but watch it just kind of shooting out of the rack towards that lower left-hand corner. It's not really too standard.
Jayson Short has never actually won one of these Matchroom events. Obviously, he's been on winning teams in Mosconi Cups. When he won the US Open, that was before that was a Matchroom tournament.
Beauty there, just thin into one, real control, perfect speed of the cue ball. And I'll tell you one thing, we talked about I brought up the shot clock earlier. And I think no one really kind of looks more comfortable with the shot clock than Jayson Short. Even Filler can sometimes get a little fast around the table, I think, but it doesn't seem to hurt him too often. Okay, nice hit on the 1. Nothing easy for Jayson, so he's going to have to make a decision. And all week, you know, the crowd, of course, has been great, and get back to the crowd in a moment. But all the German players have, not just the Fillers and the Suke's and the Holmes, you know, but they've all appreciated this tournament coming to Germany, and I think it's going to grow and grow along with the spectators. That's the shot I was talking about earlier off the back of the 3. And what a shot there by Eagle Eye.
The greatest of years for Jayson Short, 2022, but he can turn it all around over these next couple of days.
Anytime you have to turn the cue ball loose, position on the next, the purple 5, could be a problem. Watch out, and this is what I was talking about. Is the speed going to be there? And not saying he didn't hit it right, but when you have to hit a ball thin, cue ball is going to have a lot of pace, and speed control is hard to predict. And I kind of feel like he's standing in the middle of the boxing arena trying to go toe-to-toe with Joshua Filler at the moment, and I don't blame him.
It's always going to be that way between these two. Such attacking instincts from both of them. Now, how's this going to finish?
As long as it doesn't get lost in that corner, he's not going to be upset. Now watch out for the 9-ball, though.
Yeah, it could come off the side of the 5 to flick the 9 into that pocket.
He's a smart player, though. He knows that one mistake could cost many games, so he may just chip off this and run the cue ball 2 rails behind the 6 and the 8. Yeah, and these are big shots early.
Well, the 9 has ended up in the pocket by a very circuitous route, but of course that won't count because of the scratch.
Of course, 9-ball combinations is part of the game, but these guys want to earn it. So, ooh, now that was just by chance. So that was a couple kisses away. These guys are enjoying it. And I think they're kind of shaking it off with a little enjoyment because they're not used to this, maybe.
Well, if the 7 doesn't run into its path, we've got another one.
He let up on it a little bit there. He's going to be a little shy of his mark. Saw just a little, I wouldn't call it a decel, but just a little light on the forward stroke. He's going to take this cut, I believe, though. Maybe a cross side bank. That may end up on top of the 9. He's got to talk to this cue ball a little bit.
There are times when you watch Joshua Filler and just think he's never going to miss a ball again. He's so good at coming up with the answers. And he's now 4 clear. Jayson Shaw needs to find a response, but he's got to get the chances.
On the break. A little unfortunate when Filler did break dry. Oh no, a kiss there.
And there is our 3rd golden break of the match. And Joshua Filler is running out of sight here. He now leads by 7 racks to 2. For anyone who loves the game of 9-ball pool, see it being played in a big arena like this, with a great crowd, 2 of the best players in the world.
Okay, it isn't going to be a run out here. He's going to have to make a decision. I don't think the bank's on. Could be wrong, but safety here. Plugging the cue ball behind the 8. And if he doesn't have that 1 rail path that the 1 took right here, there's a lot of balls in the way of trying to get at this 1 ball. If he has to go multiple rails, I don't like his chances. 2 ball's a big ball in his path. He may have to elevate and come to this bottom rail and just go 1 rail at this 1 ball. This 2 rail escape here is tough. 2 ball's huge. Wow, great escape there from Jayson, and I'm sure we'll get a replay. Look how narrowly he went by the blue 2. Not a whole lot that Josh can do as far as a soft safety, we call it. Either put him behind the pink 4. He may be shooting at this. Trying to spin it in. And what I mean by that is apply a lot of right English, trying to throw the ball back towards the hole. I think if he plays off the left side of the 1, he'll run the cue ball up behind the 2. I don't think he just simply wants to go behind the pink 4. Yeah, that's the shot I like. Try and get some distance to give you a little security.
We were talking earlier about Europe bidding for 3 in a row in the Mosconi Cup later this year in Las Vegas. These two have been the two superstars of Europe's back-to-back successes of the last couple of years in Coventry and London. And they actually played a couple of doubles matches together at the last Mosconi. It was their win over Tyler Steyer and Skylar Woodward, which gave Europe a lead they never relinquished. They also beat Woodward and Shane Van Boening on the final night. But back in the present day, Jayson Shaw is looking to launch a comeback here.
Yeah, both these guys throwing the haymakers, it seems. And what a shot there. And this guy's got a lot of heart, I'll tell you. I mean, doesn't have all the titles. Puts his place in professional pool. Oh, my. Oh, my. This is a big mistake here. And I'm not sure if that was his only option. And what a turnaround here. I know it's 8-3. I know he had to gamble a little bit on that shot, but I thought Top English was a little hairy. I might have gone into those balls. If I make the 5, the 6 is near. I wouldn't be surprised he makes this though. And he's going to give us some kind of treat on the 6 as well. I think he has to take it on in the corner if he does go offensive. Definitely a ball you can miss, no matter who you are.
It's turning into one of the performances of the week. He is absolutely rampant. And now he's on the hill. Joshua Filler leads Jayson Shaw 9-3.
I was going to say, I kind of felt like maybe the 9 would find the pocket some way or another. And this is another thing that's happened a few times when Filler has had 2 or 3 dry breaks. He's put Jayson in a horrible spot. And at 9-3, of course, he's still grinding, but I wouldn't doubt he pulls out the jump cue and attacks here on a thin cut on the 1. He's a lefty, so he can reach it, I think anyways. 2-rail kick isn't bad either.
Push out, cool.
He's going to play the push, which undoubtedly should be another kick shot. He may have left him a little piece of the ball here. And if he left him a lot of this ball, which he may take the kick on, trying to pocket the 1 down where the 9 is in that lower right-hand corner. It's got a little look at it, but that's a little funny. Speed control is so important on a shot like this. He opened, I think it was the second game when he tried to sliver the 1, get up behind the 8. I may go for the kick here, trying to pocket the 1 by the 9, and the cue ball come behind the 2. You see the row of the 2, 4, 7, 8. That's a lot of blockers. So a 3 in a terrible spot over by the side pocket, connected to the cushion. Yeah, I think he's supposed to go for this kick. Try and kick it in that corner.
Extension, cool.
Jayson Shaw came here full of enthusiasm and confidence. He talked about how well he prepared for this. Doesn't want it to end in anticlimax. Got to put up a fight.
Yeah, and I'm very surprised. He did leave him a gap. He may have left him a gap straight in. I don't know. But not a very difficult jump. But I'm kind of surprised Filler didn't take that kick shot on. Big favorite to make this with the 9 there as a possible helper.
We just saw that little reaction from Filler, always demanding more of himself, and enjoys the moment when he pulls it off.
The only thing I can really in pool kind of equate it to is possibly Earl Strickland of years ago, maybe a couple decades ago, even further back when he got going. It was kind of over, and if he ever got to the finals, he rarely lost.
These look like the final moments. Jayson Shaw will have to go back and have a rethink. Still some big events to come. US Open in Atlantic City. A tournament he's won before, a couple of months away. But Joshua Filler is the man of the moment. He's won titles this year in England, Gibraltar, Italy, Slovenia, the United States, and maybe on Sunday night in his home country. What a wonderful performance that was. Joshua Filler is the first man through to the quarterfinals. He has thrashed Jayson Shaw by 10 racks to 3.
Now, is he playing the jump bank into the bottom right corner? Maybe drawing into the 8-ball, trying to pot that as well. It was close. Oh, this is going to be a good lead for Shane.
Five matches won for him. The first two very comfortably. Beat Martin Breuer 9-1. Then Araf Awadi 9-0. Tougher matches though from there on in. Janiuski beat 9-7. Sebastian Starb from Germany 9-5 after being held early. And then he beat Wojciech Szewczyk to be here 10-8. And he gets ball in hand with a very open table.
Ball in. And please start the clock. Foul.
Is it?
Yeah, because you jumped it over. You kind of like, because of the miscue, jumped over the ball. That's a foul shot. Consider the foul shot.
Sure.
Yes.
Also, I caught the referee
Start the clock,
does not
please.
miss a trick. Sanjin Pehlivanovic questioning whether Marcel's right, but of course you clearly saw there, because of the miscue, the cue ball steeplechased over the one, and even though the one was the first point of contact back off the cushion, that call is a foul.
Just see enough for this ball to do something. He has played the bank shot, and this has not worked out good.
That was neither one thing nor the other. And you cannot afford to be loose at all against SVB. But we're all surprised that he missed the three. Undercut it. Yeah, an expression of consternation on the face. I think he was trying to be just a little too delicate in holding the cue ball. And he caught the red three. Clearly too thick.
It's not quite there. But the pink 4 is tied up on the 9, and this is what us pool players speak about. This is the art of being a 9-ball pool player right here.
Well, the new break-off changes, which have been unanimously approved by the players, basically they stifle repetition and they promote less predictable racks, and that's what you want to see. And that is what we all want to see. What a pot. And look at the positional aspect as well. Okay, the 4 is tight up to the 9, but to drop on the 3 like that, that's magical.
Well, that was just right on cue. That's what I was kind of getting at. The world 9-ball champ comes with a big shot, a big moment in the match. I know it's a race to 10, it's early days, but these racks can often turn matches in your favour. Now, what's he going to do with this 4? I think he's going to try and play safe, has he? Can he bank it? Cross corner. He is banking cross corner. We've seen a full length 2. And now we've seen a bank shot. And this is all thanks to the new break.
Extension called.
Can Shane just bank the 4 back up table and use the 6 ball? That's the shot he's played, and it looks perfect.
From the last 16 onwards, i.e. from today, the 30-second shot clock is in operation, and that is, for me, a game changer. Over the course of the first 4 days, Carl and myself and Michael McMillan and Jeremy Jones have been commentating on plenty of pool, and quite often in debatable situations like that, players have taken an age. The shot clock makes their minds up for them.
Sanjin with a jump bank. Great shot to stay in the rack. And he's okay, he's landed on the 5 ball. Look at the slow-mo there. You could see the cue ball almost skid along that top rail. Cue ball's close to the scratch, and it's gone.
I think it's fair to say, Carl, isn't it, that when you see the cue ball going in the vicinity of the pocket, then you start looking around for potential clusters. And here, there's nothing at all to provide Pehlivanovic with any kind of solace.
Well, mark that one down in your calendars. SVB with an easy run out. Hooks himself.
Well, there's 2 things here. One, he caught it too thick. Secondly, you saw the 4 ball bounce off the surface of the table, which might suggest he suffered a skid or a kick, depending on terminology, and that could be the reason why he didn't get hold of the cue ball.
You're too kind, Phil, you're too kind. No, seriously, you could see the pink 4 jump a little. That's what has held the pace of the cue ball there. Now he's going to be kicking 2 rails. He's just going to try and glance that top rail first. Just like that. He was trying to pot it, but he's hit it cleanly. Now if you go 2 rails, often you do send the cue ball at distance, and I think he will be delighted with the outcome.
And Pehlivanovic must be a little crestfallen. Van Boening doesn't make many mistakes. And when he does, in that instance, he immediately rectified.
Trying to keep the cue ball up where the purple 5 is. Send the 5 down table. Has he fluked the 6? He has. The run of the ball has just slightly favoured Sanjin a few times in this match. Amazing what can happen on a pool table. The dreaded dry break.
Outstroke.
Well, that is inexplicable. I thought he was unlucky in the previous rack. Well, he was unlucky,
Start the clock.
but that wasn't a matter of luck.
It's just getting a bit noisy.
Lost the cue ball. Oh no, what has he played there? Such an easy layout. Can he still cut this ball in? It's very thin. Cue ball is going to be super difficult to control. He's not got an extension left. He's playing it left-handed. And he's played a good pot.
Well, I think having the ability to switch hands saved his bacon there. That made the shot so much easier. In our first featured match today, it was a breeze for Joshua Fulda. Not so for Shane van Boening. On table 3 quickly, Mario He 4-1 up on Vesar Spahiu.
Yeah, and after that match, following on table 3, John Morra was playing Konrad Juscherson from Poland.
Ball in hand.
John Morra, we were talking about playing left-handed. He used to play right-handed, Phil.
Yeah, sustained an injury and then went the other way. And now this match could go the other way after that scratch. Just when it appeared as though Sanjin Pehlivanovic was gathering some momentum. Looking for his 6th match win out of 6 here at the European Open this week.
Just when he's trying to win a rack to get on the hill, drive break comes. You can see the one ball is going over to that side, though. Even when it doesn't go in, it's hitting a point. That is because you have to hit the break so good to find that angle to keep putting the one. It's not easy.
For the 3rd time in the match, Shane van Boening came up dry off his break. And that one was severely punished. 8-6.
Sanjin Pehlivanovic is trailing 8-6 and will break.
Well, he's got work to do in that match, Mario He. Quality operator. Sanjin has changed sides. He's been breaking from the other side of the box. And he's been breaking okay from the other side of the box.
All in hand.
Bit surprised he's moved over. Fair enough, that is unlucky. to get kicked in off, of course it is, but...
And start the clock, please.
This was always going to happen this week, because no longer can you really control the cue ball. Ooh, that didn't look good, did it? That was a complete miss-hit with a jump cue.
Arguably his worst shot of the match, that. Complete hash of it. The fact that he has kissed the pink 4 ball across table, maybe potentially being masked by the green 6, that makes life a little more troublesome for Van Boening. That trademark hitch in the cue action of Shane Van Boening, always there. His calling card, technically. There it is, just that slight delay, that slight realignment, if anything. Just a fraction short of where he wanted to be on the 9. But it shouldn't be a headache. (9-6), the failed jump shot from Sanjin Pehlivanovic being jumped upon by Shane Van Boening.
Can he go the distance? We've been waiting for one of these Polish players, Phil, to kick on. The cue ball has scratched again. Such a different dimension this break is causing for the players now. We're seeing more pool. That's basically it in a nutshell. More pool is being played.
Yes, and I think if this break becomes universally introduced for Matchroom events, it might cause a few more grey hairs, because it's definitely promoting unpredictability. You can't get into a comfort zone, can you?
Yeah, it's without doubt better. 100% better.
Foul. Ball in net.
Oh no. I think he fouled, was it the 3 ball?
Start the clock, please.
All ball fouls, of course. Marcel Eckhart right there, perfectly positioned as he always is. What a time to foul. Needlessly. Carelessly. Clumsily.
SVB, ball in hand for the match. What are we seeing? Wow. What a rack this has been. Just pushes it into the rail. Not easy to get back up on the 2 when it's jammed in the pocket. Oh, he scratched. He scratched. Oh my word.
Ball in hand.
If Shane Van Boening doesn't win this rack now from
Please
here, and he eventually loses, he will never ever forgive himself. Talk about multiple invitations to stumble over the line.
Ball short.
It is always awkward when the ball's in the jaws and you got to get the cue ball back up table. Very difficult shot to judge. Wasn't so much it was a really bad shot, it's just hard to judge. You can just see in the distance Dennis Craven, Albin Ocean, they're about to start their match.
Having stumbled, Van Boening taking extreme caution. Doesn't want to make another totally uncharacteristic mistake. He was a little concerned there. He was worried he was going to be too fierce with the cue ball. It's not ideal, but it's well within his capabilities.
Yeah, usually just so reliable, but there's just something about this rack and the way Shane's ended this match. He's clearly feeling it. He wants to book his place into the quarterfinals. Where's the cue ball finish this time? Yeah, that's fine. He's got a nice angle now. He can power this ball in.
Let me quickly tell you that on table 3, Mario He is on the hill against Besar Spa here at 9-3. Shane Van Boening about surely to convert being on the hill to victory.
Yeah, even the way he's run these balls out with ball in hand, it's all been a little clumsy, hasn't it? He's fighting hard, he's bearing down. 2 balls remain.
Play that with lots of running side to widen the angle of the cue ball. And the great man was never going to miss that 9-ball. Well, what an eventful contest we had, full of mistakes, full of scratches, dry breaks, but we also saw glimpses of excellence. Some from Sanjin Pehlivanovic, but even more from Shane Van Boening.